There's been a rift in this family, and it's not good for business. What's good, money getters? Peach McIntyre is continuing to spiral out of control as she is trying her best to take her family down with her. Y'all, it's a mess. It's a whole mess. I don't even think Ayanla could fix this stuff. For real, for real, for real. Yeah, for seriously, I was working on a little video, but so much is coming out um with this whole Peach McIntyre business. It's like, look, you might as well just go live and, I got the little link in the chat or whatever if you all would like to come up and chat with me about it this morning. But this is not what healed looks like. And that's what I really want to talk about today. This is not healed at all. It's actually the opposite of healed. It is very much giving someone needs a trip to the psych ward ASAP. Because as I've been saying, Peach McIntyre, there's some more girls in that house. There's some more girls up in that house. But I guess let's break it down and put it all back together again, money getters. I hope you all are having a great Saturday. It's all chilled over here in Barbie land. The Barbs are still asleep. It's Saturday. We're going to get up and get into something a little bit later. I got to go get some hair, some bundles today. I'll probably take them to the mall today. I don't know what we'll get into. And tomorrow I'll have plans as well. I just been chilling all October. I've really been chilling. I haven't been posting a lot of videos really because I'm kind of burnt out on this content stuff. And my phone is acting up. One, I usually edit my videos on my phone, but it's acting up. I guess I got to delete some stuff. But I'll start getting you guys more content, more videos, more shopping videos, more of my own life videos. We'll still do this commentary on everybody else here and there, but I'm going to get back to the business of me, MMG, the mommy money getter. And I'm going to get back to showing you all and inspiring you all about getting to this content creator bag and just staying inspired and staying hopeful because we got to balance it, right? We got to balance it. And the irony of all this stuff with Peach McIntyre, she loves, and I mean loves, to come online and talk about how people are getting paid off of her. Meanwhile, she's using her family to get paid. She's using other content creators to get paid. Check that out. But let me see who's in my chiz at. Sorry, guys, that's my ice maker making noise in my otherwise quiet mausoleum of a house. This is what peace is over here. Like, you do not come into Barbie land and you do not feel at peace. Anybody that comes over here instantly feels at peace over here. We don't got any drama and none of that. And if you have had a chaotic life, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, from my job to that ex-husband of mine, to my own children, to my own family, I've had some drama. And for the longest time, it was hard for me to love peace and quiet. I was so used to noise. But I'm so glad I'm healed. Oh God. So when I look at a Peach McIntyre, I can honestly see she is not healed. Ain't no way. You cannot come over here to Barbie land with no foolishness. You cannot come to me with no he said, she said. I will block you. First of all, I'm gonna listen to what he said and what she said, and I might even kiki with you. Honey, we might crash out together, we might laugh and talk about them like a dog. And as soon as I hang up the phone with you, I am blocking you for interrupting my peace with some bull. I don't play that. I don't play that mess. I don't play you coming into my world with drama because I worked so hard for my peace. However, I am still charity and I still like to indulge in the shenanigans every now and again. So I will indulge and I will immediately correct myself and block someone real quick for interrupting me with BS. And you guys got to start doing that. You got to start cutting people off at the knees. As I get better at it, as I get more mature, I won't even listen to it. And like I said, I'll block them so I don't have to hear it again, but I'm not evolved enough not to listen to it at all. Who's in my chiz at? Oh, let me do a fake disclaimer or something real quick before we get into this stuff. Y'all know I gotta watch my back. I'm not just anybody. They'll try to come for my throat real quick. So the shenanigans you have to go through to be a YouTuber. Let me find something I can say. Let me see what Chat GPT has for me. What's good, everybody? I have who is with me? What are you guys doing up so early? I know you guys are on the East Coast. Let's see, we got Crystal. Wait a minute. Let me start from the top. Hey, Josh, what's good, buddy? How are you today? Hey, Crystal, Reba, Stacy, M3. What's up, boo? That's my girl, M3. TNT, you stuck around. It wouldn't shock anyone if something happens to Peach. Oh, don't say that. She can't spew out everyone's private business and think someone won't get at her. Hopefully God gets at her, TNT. And we got a lot to discuss, so we got a lot to discuss. But hopefully God comes for her. You know, God is very patient. I can tell you that right now. He is very patient. And he can change anybody, even a wretch undone like Peach Mcintyre. Pray for her. Pray for her, chat. I just found it that now is she still walked in Tampa and thinks she can't. Because you know what, Crystal, even though Peach is even though she is one of Satan's minions, and I can say that because that's how she's acting. She's allowing Satan to take over. Even though she's that people are not stupid and they know what she wants. Peach is one of those types that she will, just like she did with Ashley. Remember how she crashed out and how she went in there? How she went in there picking at Ashley because Ashley wouldn't allow herself to be bullied or allow Peach to come in and crash out in her business. And she got that I dotted. Remember how she got that I dotted? And then had the audacity to go down to the police station and try to report her. And she started it. She started it because that girl didn't want to do her hair. She started it, went to her place of business, crashed out in front of her clients, picked a fight with her. And then when Ashley, what I say, not today, Charity, not today. When she gave her that little dot on her eye, what did she do? She ran straight to go snitch. She ran to the po-post to snitch on Ashley. And she constantly does that. She picks and picks at people. And she wants somebody to do something to her because Peach doesn't have anything to lose. Peach is miserable, Crystal. I'm talking miserable. Like, I've never seen anybody that miserable in my entire life. Nisha, you see a whooping in her future. Hey, Nisha. Hey, G Mom Money Getter. What's good? Blessings to you, Mom. I hope you are enjoying your morning. Thanks for tuning in, lady. Okay, thank you, M3. You're such a doll. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purpose okay, that has typos, M3. You know I can't read out loud. Um, such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Get into that. That means this is all opinion, all commentary. We're conducting research this morning, guys, on what unhealed looks like. Okay. Now, let me read to you all some of what I came up with, and it's a million typos. Hopefully, I can read through my typos because you guys know I can't read that good. I'm just playing, guys. Don't start spreading that around. That MMG says she can't read. I can read, okay? I can read. Where did I put that? But I did. I had a whole entire video plan for this morning, but I woke up this morning and listen, you guys have all seen it. I'm not going to play a lot of her foolishness this morning, but we're going to just discuss it, right? And the reason why I'm not going to play it is because one, it's a lot of profanity. Peach is throwing out a lot of different accusations, and it's disgusting for one. I don't want that on my page. It's very disgusting. I can't put that out there to you guys this morning. If you go over there and watch, if you guys are curious and you want to go over there and see, I did watch it, but I don't want somebody scrolling past my channel and then they happen to hear Peach saying this disgusting stuff. We never know who is being triggered by this. And that's the almost curse because it PMOs me. Okay. It pisses me off. And the reason why it pisses me off, because if you go to her comments on some of this BS that she's putting out there, oh, Peach is right. This happened to me. Oh, this is how my family did me. My family did me the same way. And what she is doing is she is harming many, many victims who have been through stuff. And this is not the way that they're going to heal. If anything, it encapsulates them in the trauma and it keeps them stuck there. It's okay to be upset about things that have happened to you. You do not have to hold it in. You do not have to keep it a secret. However, what are you going to do once you start talking about it? Are you going to stay stuck there? Are you going to stay stuck in the trauma? Are you going to stay at that little girl or little boy who was essayed? Are you going to stay in that? Because that's what the enemy would love for you to do. He would love for you to stay in that vicious cycle of torment and mental anguish instead of healing and letting it go. It already happened to you. And what happens, and this is what's happening to Peach Mcintyre, what happens is, and again, if any of you guys want to come up and join me on the panel, you can. You don't have to turn on your camera. I don't have my camera on. I'm in my PJs. What it does is it keeps you stuck. This is why you see Peach constantly showing those same pics from high school, the same pics over and over again. She cannot move on. She is stuck on stupid, stuck in that trauma. And I'm not, I was like, well, I feel like Peach, I do believe she's embellishing, and I do believe that she's mixing a lot of truth with her version of events. I do believe, and I've seen her do it. I've seen her just like right now. She went 2 years ago to old comments that she's already addressed, by the way. She's addressed. So a lot of people say, oh, they attacked her first. They said this and that first. No, they didn't. They were actually responding to Peach's disrespect of their father when he passed away. And after they responded to that with those comments and with those shorts they posted, they moved on with their lives. You have never heard of Kasha. And even when he was asked about her, he said, that's my father's child. I don't want to talk about her. You have not seen Brittany Monique back on social media mentioning Peach. You haven't seen anybody in the Mcintyre clan mentioning her, but she continues to mention them, and she actually sent for them. Listen, Peach is so jealous of Tashara and Shakara. She sent for Akasha first and Brittany Monet first. She sent for them first. And then she said, you know what, Brittany, I don't even know you. After Brittany got her told, she didn't have nothing to say. She didn't have a clap back. She didn't have nothing for her. It took her hours to even respond. But she did want to get at Tashara and Shakara. McIntyre. She wanted to get at them because she's so jealous of those two. So jealous. Hey, Barbara, good morning. Oh, it's 11:09 on the East Coast. Well, 11:18 now. You guys know I get behind on my chat. Good morning, Karen. She's talking about, she says she will never be humble. She'll be humble. Listen, I'm almost 50 years old, Crystal, and one thing for certain, two things for sure. Nobody can stop the laws of God, and everybody will have their day. Okay? The Bible says, what we reap, we shall sow. And Peach McIntyre will reap what she sows. And that's not me wishing bad on her. I had to. You have to. Don't you pay for what you do? We all pay for what we do. We all pay for what we do, and she is no different. And honey, she will bow down to God. She's so tormented, right, Gma? She can't even sleep at night. She's up all night long. She's so tormented. And you know what? Ain't no way in Hades, ain't no way in HE double hockey sticks will I allow anyone. Let me tell you, I will cut you off so quick. I don't care who you are, child, mama. The only person I'll be talking to is God, because I'm going to sleep at night. I'm going to sleep at night, and I'm going to walk around with a clear conscience, and I'm going to have my peace. Peace is worth its weight in gold. If you do not have peace, baby, it will cause you to overeat. It will cause you to be on drugs. It will cause you to stay in childhood trauma for years. You will never get out of it. And you would wonder, how am I like this? Why am I like this? And it will cause you to stay around people and in relationships that are harmful to you. You'll be doing the same stupid stuff, and then you'll finally get out of it if you get close to God and you allow him to heal you. And you'd be like, how was I so dumb? How did I do that? Like, I look back on some stupid choices, I'd be like, I'm not even stupid like that. I've never been a dummy. How did I do that? How did I do that? And my mom always tells me, Charity, just forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself. And you do. And Peach has to forgive herself for all of the dumb decisions that she's made when it comes to wood. She feels so dumb and she feels so miserable. Her children are here. The children are here, and children are a blessing from God. No matter if we made mistakes to get them here, children are not the mistake. So I'm not going to call her children mistakes, but she made a mistake in having children that are too much for her. And why do I say that? There is no way you are properly prepared to raise children and you are carrying on like this on social media. There is no way that that spirit that's on her in any way, shape, or form, is it good for her babies? Right. She did ask her, Ashley asked her nicely to leave. Right, Mama. Everybody reaps what they sow. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Barbara. This is Shirley. Woman to woman. Barbara, I say that every time I see you. Hey, Barbara, this is Shirley. She's going to mess around and be another Tommy Sotomayor. He thought he ruled. Mm-hmm. Everybody, that's what's going to happen. She's going to lose all these pages. And you know what? I used to feel like I don't want to see her lose her pages, but yes, I do. Yes, I do. If she's going to continue to come on here with this harmful rhetoric, continue to inspire hate, continue to inspire staying in childhood trauma, because she's not helping anybody. These people are saying, I need to come on here and air my family out. How much ice are you going to make? Ugh, I need to unplug that thing. Hey, Cancer 66, good morning to you. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great Saturday. I don't care how much my family has upset me. You couldn't pay me to drag them on the internet. My heart drops the way she calls her mom all out of her name. I hope this type of anger never finds me. That's the whole thing. You're not coming on here telling your story and saying, hey, this is what happened to me. I'm trying to heal from it. I've been through this. This is what's hurting me. No, you're coming on here being vindictive and vengeful. You have an axe to grind. You have an axe to grind. You're mad at everybody. Now, how is it affecting you if your sisters did indulge in fraud? How does that make your life any better or worse? And according to her sister, honey, she said she gonna block everybody that just followed her. And I've been on her sister's Instagram, Tashara, baby, Tashara. I think that's one. It's Shakara or Tashara. It's one of them. I think it's Shakara. Baby, when I tell you body for days, when I tell you, I don't know what homegirl is into, but Chanel, Louis, Gucci, vacations, one child, okay, who she spoils rotten, extravagance, business owner. She is not, she is not with the business, okay? When I tell you, Peach is no match for her. No match. No match. If you go over, if you happen to find her page, I'm not going to put her page out there. But if you happen to find Peach's sister's page, honey, and what's so beguiling, guess what? Guess what, y'all? Gorgeous is her twin. Gorgeous looks just like Shakara McIntyre. Spit her out. Baby, let me tell you something. My mom always says this, when you're gonna come out looking like who you belong to. And Shakara looks like she is Gorgeous's mother. Real talk. Real talk. Just like McKay looks just like Peach's brothers, look just like his grandfather. You can't escape it. And Peach has to Peach has to come to her own demons. But that sister, I'm gonna read to you what she said, because I did screenshot it, because she said she was gonna block everybody that followed her. She says, we haven't talked to that obsessed, capped blank op since 2014. It's been 11 years since she been around us or even got spoken to. Weird blank big. Get off of our and take in your like you been doing since you was 19 years old. Undercover freak. Sage, what are you doing up this morning, girl? Sage, you up early. Oh, you all are in here. Let me go through my chiz app. Yeah, please hit the like button, because I'm not watching that. And Gma, you're not on your job. You're not on your job. I got to take your job, take your ranch away and give it to M3. Real. I agree, Stacy. Her pages should be taken down immediately. I agree. She stuck at that age just when things, yeah, when she felt good. Things weren't good for her. She felt good, but they weren't good. Yes, thank you guys. I do have a goal up, guys, this morning to reach 10 super chats. That's a big goal, but you guys are big money getters, big money spenders. So I know I can reach the goal. But I am having a pajama party this month, but it's only for the big money getters, big money spenders. Okay. That's the members of my channel. But I will also have one for the general pop if I reach my goal today. So let's make it happen. We can do it. I believe in you. As long as people interact with her, she will continue. Like her sister said, Peach was bullied as a child. Right. That's exactly what her sister said, that she always felt insecure. Now, Peach was a little porker, a cute little porker, but a porker nevertheless, right? And little porkers always get bullied and picked on, right? And what it causes them to do is to eat more. You know, I was always a big child, a thick child. I used to love to eat. I still do. But I never had issues with my weight, you know? I did have some issues. But hell, once I got to realizing ain't nobody better than me. Ain't nobody better than me. And that's what everybody has to realize. You are who you think you are. And don't let nobody tell you anything different. Whatever you think you are, there you are. If you think you ain't nothing, that's what you are. If you think you something, that's what you are. And this is what happens. This is why you got to pour into your children. One thing about, I got 5 Barbie dolls, and I pour into them so much. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell a Barbie Nathan over here. That's because I've always said, oh, you look so good. I tell them all the time, and they do. I was blessed with some beautiful daughters. And not only that, I show them that. You can't just tell your kids, oh, you look pretty today. No, you got to show them. You got to show them that. And Peach says her mom called her names, called her the R word, she said the family called her big good, big good. And they called her sister fine ass Drea. I'm not laughing at Peach. I'm laughing at family could be so damn mean. Family could be so damn mean. Look, my little sister said I used to bother her all the time. I'm like, girl, the stuff you used to do to me, stop it. That's why I tell my kids, don't tease each other, because you never know who's holding that shit in. And then 20 years later, you got to hear them say, you used to do this and you used to do that, and you hurt my feelings. We're not really supposed to tease people anyway, and I have it bad. I tease bad. Now that I'm older, I try not to think everything is funny, because my mom's in the chat. She would tell you, I think everything is funny. And I love to laugh. I'll laugh at myself. I'll laugh at my mom. I'll laugh at my kids. But my kids told me, Mom, stop laughing at me. Stop making fun of me. As they turn around and do it to me. But that's another thing. I'm going off on a tangent. But that's another thing. Like, if your children don't have a thick skin, they'll turn out into a Peach Mcintyre. They'll become a Peach. Everything isn't to be taken to heart. Like, live a little, have a little humor within you, you know? Stop taking everything to heart. Stop taking everything to heart. And you're not supposed to take the negative things that people say to you and internalize them. You're supposed to take them and show them. Peach has not done that. She thought when she became a content creator and when she started making all that money, she thought that that would heal her broken heart, but it didn't. It just really exposed who she is as a woman. Money doesn't do anything but expose the worst parts of you. That's why I asked you guys, I said, what do you guys think? Should I buy a Louis, or should I get get my new appliances? I don't want either. I want to move out this house, and I'm going to do that. Top of the year, me and the Barbs are moving into a new house, period. Now, but I said, well, I had to ask myself, once you get mature, once you get healed, things don't matter to you. Money does not matter to you. I don't care about money these days. As long as I have what I need, I don't care about wants anymore. I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, I like nice things like everybody else, but that stuff don't move me. It don't. I have to be really intentional about how I spend my money. I like knowing that I have what I need, and If I want to go buy a piece of bubble gum, I can. If I want to go to, you know, ball out at Dollar Tree, I can. As to some people, that might be like Dollar Tree. Yes, Dollar Tree. Black Friday is coming. I'm balling out on new pots and pans and whatever I want. I don't need none of that. But that's the kind of stuff I like to do. And I like being able to do the things that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting hard out here. They're taking people's food stamps, all of that. People don't have time to be focusing on childhood trauma. You better get your ass out there and get to it. Life is not forever. Life is not forever. And that's why Satan allows things. God don't allow that stuff to happen to you. That's a spirit. And Peach does not realize that same spirit that she's conjuring up, that same spirit that she's conjuring up and continuing to put out in the atmosphere, she's wakening that up. That's why you got to be careful. I prayed before I did this live this morning. And just come on here and just say, okay, I'm going to go in here and talk about Peach Mcintyre, get everybody riled up and this, that, and the third. I didn't come on here with that. I didn't. If I don't pray, you can tell. You can tell when I, because I be with the BS. But listen, I prayed this morning because I'm watching all this stuff. And while it is intriguing, and might I say entertaining, it is demonic. This woman got on camera. It had to be like the bewitching hour, which is like 3 a.m. That's when Satan is busy, and that's why you need to be praying. She got up there and then she turned off the light so it looked like it was red, like she was in hell. You know the sickness is deep. You know the sickness is deep. So you got to pray before you ingest that type of stuff. And like I'm saying, when you keep putting stuff out there like that, when you keep accusing and pointing your finger, people don't realize what you are doing in essence is you're putting that stuff on you. You're putting it back on you. She's stirring the atmosphere up to where she's going to have her children come out and say, this has happened to me. And you're not going to be able to blame nobody but yourself because your children and your husband are the only ones in that home. So it's going to come the knock, what they say, the call is coming from inside of the house. Remember, the call is coming from inside of the house. Right, Gma, never forget where you come from. Don't get too high and lift it up. God will bring you right back so you understand. Hey, Miss Brown. Hey, Kendos. What's good, snacks? What snacks you got for us this morning? There's my lady Perp. What's good? I'm seeing all the OG money getters. What's good? I hope everybody is enjoying their Saturday. We don't want to hear spirits to transfer to us because, right. That's why I didn't play the clips. And like I said, if you guys want to go over there and see it, you can see it. Hey, Sophie. Hey, Sandra. Sorry if I'm missing anybody in the Chizat. I'm trying to get you guys all caught up. But this is what I said. And like I said, let me go back to my initial thought. And this was the title of my video that I was going to do. Peach Mcintyre is jealous of her sisters, Kasha, Brittany, Monique, and Shakara Mcintyre. This is what I wrote. It's a tale as old as time. The modern day Cain and Abel. Peach Mcintyre, one of 24 children, is jealous of her sisters and has always been, according to her siblings, Shakara Mcintyre, who is her half sister from Pete, the meat. Sibling rivalry is not all that uncommon, but in my opinion, Peach is green with envy and her devastation at having chosen the wrong man and having 9 children with him is a regret she cannot live down. It keeps her awake at night and has her up for hours in her bedroom closet ranting and raving at her followers, all while reminiscing about a past she refuses to admit she cannot leave behind. That has so many typos, and I read through them. Genius. But listen, yeah, she's posting pictures without their permission, talking about things that happened to them. She's accused her father of doing something to one of her sisters. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? That girl still had a relationship with him. They all had relationships with him. If you look at the pictures she is posting, if you look at the pictures other McIntyres have posted, Peach, you were with them the whole time. You had a relationship with your father until you got mad at him for choosing your sister, the sisters that she is talking about now, the sisters that she is so jealous of. Like, I have never seen, well, yes, I have. You don't want nobody jealous around you. You do not want that jealousy spirit around you. That jealousy spirit is critical. It is crucial. You don't ever want somebody to be jealous of you the way Peach is jealous of that girl. Like, even if you go to her sister Shakara's page, all that amusement park stuff, Peach got it from her. Everything she's doing, she wants to compete with them. Miserable, Kendall. Miserable. Right. Simply, she will not move forward because she's stuck in the past chaos that she created. Absolutely. And why won't she change her name? Like, you hated this man so much, the nasty stuff that you accused your father of, and then you go and name your son after him. You were saying that your father was a deadbeat dad. You accused him of feeding your sister grapes as a baby. This is what she accused her father of. Her sister has never said this. Peach, you had a relationship with this man up until about 1 or 2 years before he passed away. You continue to have you had a relationship with him. You went and visited him as of 2021. So you're saying you knew this information about him all of those years, and yet you still went and got balloons to take him when he was on his deathbed? And by the way, all that stuff she said about her father being uh, a closeted LGBTQ person and having been fed grapes himself, that's why he had 24 children, all that stuff, her sister, Brittany Monique, has refuted. She said that her father was very hurt by those accusations and said he never told Peach that it was all a lie. Peach is now saying that her sister, Akasha is transgender. Akasha will let everybody know that she's transgender. The family is saying that Peach is telling stories that never happened. But Peach said that she told her father that Akasha did this to her when they were younger. So why did you continue to go around Akasha? You have pictures of you guys older. You are older in those pictures. You're at least a teenager, at least in your 20s. It looks like you're in your 20s. So you're saying that your brother did this to you as a child and you continue to have a relationship with him to the point you still kept pictures of yourself with him. Dangerously, Barbara, dangerously jealous. Right, Sandra. When her sister exposed that about Wood, now that's still crazy. 12 and 13 having a baby. I don't blame either one of them. Truth is, their parents should have uh, kept a better eye on them. Like, how you let your 12 and 13 go get pregnant? How you let your teenager get pregnant? For real. Stuff happens though, but stuff does happen. but I fault the parent. Because you should have your kids in the house playing with Barbie dolls. You shouldn't be letting them go outside like that. Now, older teenagers, 16, 17-year-old, they usually have more freedom. But at 12 and 13, your kids shouldn't have enough freedom to do that. And that's just how I feel about it. But anyway, that still was something else. And then he had another kid even before after that. I think Wood had 2 children by the time he was 18. So, and then when he got with Peach, she was the 3rd baby mama. And he wasn't even but 20 years old, had 3 baby mamas. And Peach hates, hates, hates that her mother wanted more for her. Her mother saw the road she was headed down and did everything she could to prevent Peach from ending up where she is today. And Peach still hates her for it and blames her for it. Mm-hmm. Right, Kendall, like, why are you attacking a BM that you claim is unproblematic? Why are you trying to say she's fat and posting her daughter and painting her in this bad light, saying she shouldn't have been fast? There's no such thing as a fast 12-year-old. A 12-year-old is literally a child. Literally a child. There's no such thing as being fast and you're 12 years old. There's no such thing as you are fast at 13, 14. That's why the law is different if you do something to somebody 14 and younger, because they are still considered children. And a child cannot agree to do anything like that. They cannot give permission to do anything like that. They cannot consent. That's the word I'm looking for. A child cannot consent. So you cannot say, oh, they didn't say no. A child cannot legally consent. And under 14, you are a child. Under 18, you are a young adult. But in most states, the age of consent is 18. So if you are under 18, the law is different. And if you are under 14, that's why they have laws for children under 14. I think they even have a law for children under 12. I'm not sure. Don't give me the line this morning. But yeah, the law looks at it different according to age when you do something like that. So a child cannot consent under 14 years old. They are literally a child and they should literally be protected. And that's just what it is. So Wood and that baby girl were not being protected. They were not being watched properly, and they were allowed to do things that they shouldn't have been allowed to do. And now they have a child, and now they have a Peach Mcintyre who is hateful and exploiting that. Like, why would you come on here and think it's cute? First of all, that girl didn't say anything to you, and you said she's unproblematic. Your husband owes her child support. Your husband is the deadbeat dad. She didn't say anything, and you posted her daughter's pictures and saying the girl shouldn't have been fast and grown. Where was her parents at to exonerate your husband? Right, Barbara. Right. And I'm sure there's some type of laws on the books. She's harassing. And YouTube, I don't understand why YouTube is allowing her to do this. I haven't seen a lot of, you know what? Matter of fact, let me go to her page because she hasn't really put it on YouTube. She's no dummy. She is no dummy. Like that stuff about Wood's daughter. Let me see. Did she put it on here? No, she didn't really post a lot of that stuff that we saw. She didn't post it. She is not a dummy. For real, for real. She's being very, very calculated as to how she's posting and what she's posting. but they can still get her. If any of them went to YouTube and said, this person is harassing me, this person is divulging this information and it is traumatizing me. And if you allow her to keep it up, I am going to get my lawyers and sue you for infliction of emotional distress. I am a victim, or this is being said about me. It is not true, or it is true, and it is traumatizing me. Her sisters are business owners. This is hurting my business. She is slandering me. She's making up things. And if Facebook continues to allow this, if YouTube continues to allow this, I will consult legal advice. They will snatch it down without a problem. I don't know why people aren't going through the proper channels to handle her. And then she's one of 24 kids on her father's side. It seems to me that man, and then if you go down memory lane with Peach, if you go down memory lane with Peach, if you check out all the pictures, Peach is right there. Like if you look at the picture on the thumbnail, even Peach is sitting right there on her dad's lap with beads, with the white beads. She also has that picture posted on her Facebook. If you go through her pictures, she was around that family all of the time until a business. It looks like they got met hurt. Oh, it looks like it was a business transaction that broke her and the sisters apart. It looks like they used to club together all the time. They were always around each other. But then Peach stole a business ideal or something. Those sisters are still in that same waist language or waist shaper business. They're still selling soaps. Her sister, even right now, is on Instagram. She's taking the opportunity to promote her business. That's what she's doing right now. She's promoting her business. She said what she said about Peach and left it alone. And that's real woman stuff right there, because a crash out would have jumped right in this ring with Peach. If somebody was saying the type of stuff about me that Peach is saying about her sister, oh, I would have had to get at her. These people are, I don't understand why they're not getting at her, because I would have got all the way in her stuff. I would have made up some stuff. I would have mixed the truth with lies. By the time I got done reading you, and I would have really, really spoke to who Peach is as a woman. I would have spoke to who she is. And that would have got her even more than anything that I could say about her. I would get psychological with her. Like the way she's going about things, I would have to break her down. And that's why you don't engage with a demon like this, because they will take you there. And the best way you could handle a demon like her is to get on, uh, get at her money, cut her off at the knees, for real. That's what I would do. Now, why is my child sending me something about Scorpio season? Nightmare, y'all. It really is. It is a nightmare. Let me go to my live. Which is at because I have more to say. And I made this live a little harder for myself by not going directly to it's 102 of you guys in here watching. What's good? What's good, everybody? 51 likes. I know y'all got, I know y'all wrong. For real. Please help me get the likes up. Please feed the empty little tummies over here by sending a super chat, and at least by hitting the like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. I agree. I reported her a couple of times when she started putting that stuff out there about Wood's child. I did report her. I'm not gonna lie. I snitched. I did snitch. I did. Because it's just so ugly and so dark, Sophie. Right, Barbara. I wouldn't even engage. I would go straight to my attorney and I would let them handle her. I would sue her. And I'm not gonna sit up there and say all that. I mean, YouTube didn't do nothing to nobody, but I would involve anybody I needed to ensure Peach McIntyre never darkened the World Wide Web anymore. I will make sure that she can find nowhere to run or hide, not under McKay's name, not under Woodrow's name, not under Gorgeous's name, not under Phenomenon's name, not under the twins' names. She would not have anywhere to hide immediately. If anything that looked like it came from Peach McIntyre, that page would be instantly revoked. I would get at her just like that. I would whoop her ass with pen and paper. Because if you cut off her supply, and her supply is attention, it's not even the money. Because the way Peach is going right now, it's like she has a you know what kind of wish I'm talking about. Like she wants somebody to do something to her. It's like she wants to lose her page. Right, you gotta start binding up those demons with the word of God. You cannot. Right. Simply right, right. Like, why is it so hard to do? That's what lets you know that's what lets you know when you have half the likes, and I'm just gonna say it, you know you got half the haters. You know you got a bunch of haters in your chat when they refuse, when they continue to listen because they wanna hear what you're saying, but they don't wanna hit that like button. And all I have to do is send out some memberships. But I'm not sending out a membership because if I send out a membership and you was sending my chat and you didn't hit the like button, you getting blocked. You getting blocked. But just me saying that is enough to let you know you don't want to hit the like button. You're a hater. But thank you to the big money getters who always say hello, who always reveal themselves, who help engage and keep the chat going. You guys are the best. That's why I always say you guys are the littest and the dopest. The rest of yes, have a blessed morning. As a matter of fact, have whatever day you deserve. How about that? No, I'm gonna say have a blessed day. Because if you get the day you deserve, hmm, hmm. She will create a page named Relentless Roach. You see how hard it was for her to get back on TikTok. It was hard. And listen, they laughed. Some of them laughed good. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You didn't need to be over here no way. She really does act like she wants someone to harm her. That it is crazy. It is crazy. Like, here's my thing. If she and this is what she always says, I love being a mom. I love being a mom. I love my husband. There is no way you love your husband and you are willing to make that man look bad every chance that you get. There is no way you love your children. And when choice is banging at the door, mom, daddy bullying me, you don't know what Wood was out there doing to him. You don't know why he was in distress like that. He's autistic. Autistic kids can be hypersensitive, they can be hyper emotional, and you have to take extra steps to make them feel secure and to help them remain calm. She don't know what was going on with him. And yet she remained in that closet, BSing, yapping, yapping, and lollygagging, just lollygagging. Ain't so nan class. Ain't so nan class. You in the closet yapping with your depraved self, talking about folks, and you haven't sold even one class. And that's why you have to resort to this type of content because nobody will buy your classes anymore. They say they will, but people are not stupid because number one, no matter how cheap they are, you get your hopes all up that you're going to right, Kendall, come out them bushes and hit the like, yeah, like over here enjoying it and indulging in my content and not hitting the like button. How dare they? Um, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm having fun. I really don't care if people like it or not. I really don't. For real, for real. It is what it is. The real ones recognize real. And you ain't gonna stop me because you don't hit the like button. You're not for real. So I don't really care about that. But sometimes I get on my tip and I just do make mention of it because I saw a few people just in the chat. I don't do that stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to be fake like that. I don't know how to just I don't know how to do stuff like that. So when people do it, I just be like, ugh. It's like a ick, you know? That's what it is more than anything. It's like ill, like gross. But yeah, so shit, where the hell was I? You know what? I don't know how to turn it on when I go station head. I don't know how to monetize it. I don't know how to turn it on. Somebody got to teach me that. I barely got a background on here. I barely got a background up, so I got to figure out how do I hit the monetize thing on Station Head. Right, she is trying to convince herself that she's happy, Kendall. She knows she's miserable. Like, could you imagine that? 9 kids? That's a lot of children, and they're not spread out. They're not spread out. I know people with 9 children, and they got teenagers, then they got to having more kids, and then they got some grown. Like even me, 2 of my children are grown and gone. Grown and gone, but I was fast. I was fast. Now I got fast when I got older. I did get fast. Grown women are fast. And that's when you keep having children, even after you already got children that's damn near grown, and you have some more babies. So I got married and got fast and did stuff. And now I got a 13-year-old running around getting on my last nerve. Okay. Some of y'all fast, y'all 50. Y'all in y'all 50s with toddlers. That's crazy. You got children old enough to be your toddlers, mama. Cause y'all fast. Cause y'all fast. And y'all need to keep y'all legs closed. I have fun making those children though. I had the time of my life. However, and I love my kids. Don't get it twisted, I do. But I couldn't imagine like you got 9 kids and mommy, 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 mommy all day long. Mommy, mommy. And your husband, Troy, stop. Come on. Like I would need a morphine drip. I would need a morphine drip, some Dilaudid, some something. Just a drip with one of those buttons that you push every other minute so you can get a hit. I would need that. I would be in that closet with a pipe. I would stay with a blunt in my hand because my nerves would be so bad. I'm telling you. You started over too, M3. M3 be going through it. Jackson be like, Mommy. He over there on one. Oh. Good morning, Newsflash. Thanks for coming back. Jackson be over there sending you. Ooh. Shoot. And Peach is not young like that. You got that thyroid condition. Like, go get that thyroid taken care of. You do not have room to be on social media talking about folks. You need to go get that thyroid taken care of. That's why you crazy. That is why you are stuck on stupid Peach McIntyre. You can get them girls out that house, okay? If you go get that thyroid taken care of. I'm telling you, if she gets that thyroid taken care of, half of her worries, concerns, and stuff like that, they'll disappear. They really would. All her kids are growing up together. That's how my kids are 36, 35, 26, 20, and 18. Girl, 36 and 18 is crazy. Listen, listen, I'm over here talking. I have a 30-year-old and a 13-year-old. 30 something. She 30 plus. I'm not gonna say over 30-year-old and a 13-year-old. And it's so crazy because they be getting into it. My oldest and my youngest. Why was my baby a baby and an auntie? Crazy. Your babies were 12 and 10 when you adopted a 1.5-year-old. Always had a house full of kids, but they weren't mine. I could give them back after a couple of days. Shoot, I always have a house full. My daughter had to take my dad somewhere early in the morning, and so she brought the grandkids over, and they're in my bed at 6 p.m. Hi, Grandma, get my room. But at the same time, I felt so blessed. I felt so at peace knowing that they have me to come to. I felt so at peace. And Dreamy. I'm like, Dreamy, come on, get in bed. It used to be a time when Dreamy would come looking for me and she spent the night early in the morning. She would come and get in the bed and pull the covers up. I said, Dreamy, come get in the bed. She said, nope, and ran. Girl, Frog is getting bigger. Is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Right. Take care of that thyroid. Like, go see a psychiatrist. Go sit down and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. I mean, she got it down. That's why her stomach is big. It's all stuck in her neck. Listen, my trauma was stuck in my chest. I had heartbreak in my chest. I had so much stress in my chest. I'm gonna go to the doctor, like my chest hurt. They be like, ain't shit wrong with you though. And I'm like, yes, it is. The doctor was like, did you go to have you passed sleep? I had so much stress and so much just heartbreak and so much stuff stuck in my chest that when I would cry, it would just come out of my chest. It was down there. Hers is probably stuck in her throat and that thyroid, all that stress, all that hate. If she goes sit on somebody's couch, it would probably that alone, just getting that trauma out would probably shrink her thyroid. You had to close shop? I never did. I never did. I never did. I'm not lying. I'm serious, Kendall. My kids they be arguing. Yep. My sister was almost 10 years older than me, and we was always in a conflict. It's crazy how the older ones get into it with the younger ones. I'm like, how is this even possible? And my oldest and youngest look just alike. It's crazy. she, I'm like, you gotta listen to your sisters. The baby be baby, and she a trip. That one, oh my gosh, spoiled, rotten. I did it. It's my fault. When her dad was alive, he used to say, she thinks she can get away with anything. You baby her too much. And then she would come and bat her eyelashes at him, and he would do the same thing. He would spoil her too. For real, for real. Yeah, my daughter's in her 30s. Mo is not playing with her, Cole. Mo is not playing with her. OMG. She need to calm down a little bit. She was a little too loud, but still. And now she's made a sound out of that. Why would I want to be you when I could be me? I'm gonna use it later if I get dressed or whatever. I'm gonna get dressed. And I'm gonna do a little short to it. Peach is a rage baiter. I don't understand why people who this evil woman is targeting, because I hate to talk about God's children this way, but those people are low vibrational, Juanita. Is this your first time over here, Juanita? Thanks for tuning in. What's good? They are low vibrational. They are probably low intellect, and they probably come from the same demographic that she comes from. And a lot of them have experienced trauma, and I know this because they say it. And I say they are low intellect because they don't have the ability to comprehend. They're like, they say things like, well, her family came for her first, and people are like, no, they didn't. They believe everything that she says. They go for whatever narrative that she pushes. Like, she could literally go bother somebody, and then all of a sudden they'll start saying, well, they shouldn't have bothered her. They shouldn't learn to leave Peach alone. Like, people can't defend themselves, but those of us who are smart enough to read through the BS, those of us who have even one iota of intelligence, we can read through that and we can obviously see this is some bull. This is some bull. Mo read her, Stacy. Mo read her soul, read her all the way down. By the time she could respond, she said, you know what? I don't know you. When has that ever stopped you, Peach? You don't know half of the people that you target. You don't know Kaylee G. You didn't know Fabo. You don't know half of the people that you didn't know that mom. You didn't know that mother who lost her child. You didn't know her. And did that stop you from telling her you don't give a F about her child passing away? But you want everybody to give a F about you. You want everybody to give a F about you and your trauma. Cole said, I love that for Peach. It's her own family that needs to humble her, not the internet. The people on the internet just need to stop watching. Absolutely. Absolutely, State Cole. Right. Their mindset is just like hers, Barbara. Absolutely, Barbara. They think like she thinks. As a matter of fact, she doesn't even think like they think. She doesn't. Thinks that she thinks the peach patch is beneath her. You see how she comes at them, calls them PAHs, calls them 304s, calls them stupid, calls them poor. You see the way she talks to them? She talks to them like they are beneath her, like they are stupid. She reads books to them. You don't even read books to your own children. Your own husband, according to you, can't even read. It's special needs, according to Peach. Peach said this, that her husband is special needs. He cannot read. He was in special ed growing up. She said this about her own husband. She doesn't even respect him. She doesn't respect her husband. She doesn't respect her husband's children. She doesn't respect her husband's family. Peach thinks she is better than everyone. She thinks she's smarter than an average bear. And she thinks she's unstoppable and untouchable. Hey, Jazzy. Thanks for coming in. I was watching your live this morning, and you said I'm always messing with you about that. That's why I said that. It would take multiple people to stop what Peach is doing. YouTube has guidelines. She has crossed them all regarding this young girl her husband took advantage of. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know. And she knows that they won't do it because maybe they have something in their background. She has things on them. She knows maybe about criminal behavior, maybe about some things that they've been involved in, and they are afraid to comfort her because they know if she does, she'll tell whatever it is that they did. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's the only reason why, because I feel like they would come for her like Mo. Mo is not scared of her because she doesn't know anything about her, one, and Mo is probably running her own business, and it doesn't appear that she's scheming and scamming. So whoever else is in her family, I believe Peach was a schemer and a scammer. She's said this before, that she used to do different things until a woman at the grocery store told her, "You don't have to do this." What were you doing that the woman stopped you from doing? Expose that, Peach. The thing she says makes no sense. She said her sister gave her baby daddy 60K and he bought a home for his girlfriend. Right. You did worse. You gave the money to your husband and didn't buy your children a home. What's different? Like, what is different? You didn't buy your children a home. You don't have a home. You gambled according to you, which I don't believe. I just believe that you spent all the money on Wood. That's why you got mad and stole his jewelry and went and sold it, because you had did all this stuff for him and he was still out cheating on you. Remember how she would win money and go buy him 5 bottles of Remy? Remember when she used to do that? And he didn't stop drinking for her. He stopped drinking because he got all those DUIs and he was about to go to jail. And he has 3 strikes. He has 2 strikes. Wood has 2 strikes, a grip of DUIs. And if he probably didn't get clean, they were going to haul him off to the big house. So he had to get clean. He didn't get clean because he wanted to. Peach said to Mo that they should not be beefing. Mo told Peach, she's right. Like, how are you going to call me out? Like, you called her out. She did not sin for you. She did not sin for you. In the words of Kenya Moore, don't come for me unless I sinned for you. Mo didn't call for you. Mo made that short years ago, and she wasn't even coming for you then. She was basically saying, hey, yes, William has 24 children, and no, he wasn't the best father, and we all have issues that we could address, but this man is gone. And all he really wanted was to have all of his kids together. But Peach is so hateful and mean. The rest of the children, the bulk of them, I'm sure that it's not all peachy keen. I'm sure that they all have issues because they're human, right? Nothing is perfect, but they probably just say, you know what, I'm not dealing with you right now. Or if they don't deal with each other anymore, like they don't deal with Peach, they're not coming on social media and addressing it. You know what I'm saying? Peach is jealous of her siblings, point blank, period. She mad because she stole the waist training business from her sister and would like the sister first. Akasha said that. Anon. Akasha said this. She told us. She already revealed. Peach said Wood told her he didn't even like her like that. Peach said it herself. He didn't like her like that. According to Akasha, Wood was running behind either Shakara or Takara or both of them, whatever their names are, not whatever their names are, but he was running behind them. And he said that he settled for Peach. Peach wasn't even his first choice. Hmm. She wasn't the first choice. The Peach Patch are pessimites. Pessimists. Oh, pessimists. She has given them who habitually to expect the worst and focus on the negative. Right. Like, oh, I want to show me how to make this money. All money is not good money. And why would you want money from hurting people? I know they say hurt people, But why would you want money for coming on social media, exposing the deepest, darkest secrets of your family members, profiting off of pain? Usually when people do that, they write a book and they tell about it to, to because it's cathartic to release all of that toxicity in you. You don't have to keep it a secret. You don't have to protect people who hurt you. You don't. And that's not what I'm ascribing to at all. I'm not saying that if someone hurts you, oh, you got to keep it a secret. Oh, don't tell nobody. Oh, don't reveal family shame. No, you can say whatever you want to. What I'm saying is, it's just not helpful, and it's not going to lead you to healing to get on social media every other day, month after month, week after week, day after day, year after year, talking about the same stuff. I stumbled upon Peach's page and unfortunately in 2023, and I blame you, G Mom Money Getter, because my mom was like, "Oh, have you ever heard of Peach? Have you ever heard of Peach?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, she does this, she does that." And I'm like, "No, I've never heard of her." My mom spoke her up on my algorithm because I started seeing her videos. And when I first started seeing them, I'm like, "Oh, okay." And people were saying the nastiest things about her. And I was like, that is so mean. All she's doing is trying to be a mom and trying to raise her children. That's what I saw. I guess I called her on a good month. She just seemed like she was being a good mom. And they were talking about her hair. She did need to comb her hair. I don't care what nobody said. You need to comb you and Gorgeous hair. Like, you got all that money. Gorgeous is the only girl, honey. She should be at the Shizop every Saturday getting a wash and press. She need to be getting a wash and go. You said y'all don't want to wear braids. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. She don't got to wear braids. Go get her a twist out, a twist up, or something. And not the Dominicans burning her hair out. Okay, Gorgeous, you don't want to get your hair combed, but mama's not so good at combing hair, and you need your hair to be kept up. You're going to go get it washed and conditioned and all of that and blown out. You're going to go get that. I don't care if you want to or not. You're going to go to sit in somebody's chair. You're going to get those little ends clipped, and you're going to get your hair done. And then I'm going to teach you how to wrap it at night, or I'm going to teach you how to put your little wrap around your head at night. That's what mamas do. Oh, I am who I am. We got a Tampa native. I'm from Florida and live near the Tampa. No one here knows of her. Only the area knows about her foolishness. So nobody knows her. So we have to pay for that. Get y'all child, get y'all kids out the street. I am who I am. They're not secrets. It's a new storyline every month, right? She has repeatedly said she has never been touched. She has repeatedly said that year after year when she was exposing everyone else's trauma. She has repeatedly said nothing of the sort had ever happened to her because her mama was crazy. She always said nothing like that ever happened to her. And now, after Akasha exposes that Wood had another child, all of a sudden, Akasha harmed her. I believe she has resentment for Choice because Wood didn't want Choice, but she kept him because Choice was Wood's first boy. Gregory McKay is older than Choice. Gregory McKay don't look like none of them children. He looks like none of them. Choice looks exactly like Wood. McKay also don't look like Wood. McKay seems too smart to be either of their child. But McIntyre doesn't look anything like Wood either. Gorgeous looks like Wood and like Peach's sister, the one that she hates. So that lets you know the whole time she was carrying Gorgeous, she was hating her sister. Your kids come out looking out like the people that you hate. She ran and paid that CS to keep him out of jail. Oh, she ran and paid that child support to keep him out of jail. His license is gone again. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that because that's why I'm telling you, he didn't stop drinking because he wanted to. He stopped drinking because he was going to jail. We know this because he didn't complete his substance abuse classes. Why didn't he complete his substance abuse classes? Why wouldn't he do that? What was going on that he couldn't complete those classes? Mhm. Choice is not Will's first boy. Right, where CC, Gregory Underwood Jr., the first. Why would she name her child? Now, what is the psychosis behind her? Gregory already had Gregory. That's what she calls him, Gregory. He already has a son with that name. Why would she name her first child Gregory? Why would she do that? Valerie, many people believe that Gregory is Peach's first child, but Choice is the first child for Wood with Peach. I agree. And until I see a DNA test that says different, she says she had a DNA test for Choice and McKay. Why haven't we saw that? You show everything else. You show everything else, every picture. You have evidence for everything else. You have receipts for everything else. With so many people saying that McKay is not Wood's child, you would have presented that. You would have presented that. I was thinking it, Vanessa. I was thinking that. Wood couldn't take his classes because he was watching all them damn kids. Facts. Wonderful looks just like Peach Daddy, right? The ones that are Wood's kids look like him. I believe Phenomenal, Gorgeous, and Choice are all his children. The twins, I'm just going to put it out there until I see a test for them. I don't know either because you were at the casino more than you were at home when the twins were conceived. You even got rooms and stayed overnight at the casino for days. You would leave and say you were stressed out, you were overwhelmed, you needed a break, and you would leave all those kids, home with Wood, even your only daughter, Gorgeous, with that man and all them boys. Mhm. And you would go to the casino and stay for days. Now, I don't like to tell another woman which child is whose, and because I don't play that talking about, because that ain't my cootie cat. That is not my cootie cat. She tested the other man for Choice. Wood never had a DNA test for Choice. Cece, I love when I get the smart money getters to pull my coattail. All of my money getters are smart, by the way. All of you. The littest, the flyest, the dopest. Okay? She tested the other man for Choice. Wood never had a DNA test for Choice. She uses a play on words to confuse people. Yeah, she said, I had Choice and McKay tested, and Choice wasn't the other guy's dad. I don't believe that Choice is somebody else's dad. Choice looks dead on Wood. Choice looks exactly like Wood. He has that same, which way did they go look on his face that Wood has. Phenomenon is so cute and he looks just like Wood. Those two are super cute and they look just like Wood. They don't look anything like Peach. I think Mcintyre is also super cute. He's so smart. It's hard to believe that he belongs to Wood or Peach. He has it. And I'm going to tell you, when he gets away from her, he's already hiding out in closets. He asks the smart questions. He says the smart things. Once he gets away from her, 164 people in the chat. 164 people in the chat and only 78 likes. I'm not saying nothing. 173 people in the chat. and 78 likes. Them twins do not look just like Wood, Alicia. Stop it. Those twins look just like Peach, especially when she showed that picture of that baby crying. That's the same face Peach makes all the time when she's trying to be silly. I don't want to say what she's really trying to look like. But that baby, those babies look just like Peach. They don't look like Wood had a thing to do with them. Go take another look. Open up your eyeballs and take a look. Those babies don't look anything like Wood. Phenomenon does, because remember, she hated Wood. Remember, she made that whole big spectacle out of throwing all of his stuff out, selling his jewelry. She hated Wood. She hated life when she was pregnant with Phenomenon, because she has all these babies because she is hyper sexual and she likes to hop on it and put deposits on me. And then when reality sets in and she's pregnant again, then it all comes hitting home. Next storyline is going to be why she pulled her kids out of school. Mcintyre been pulled out, and I know she pulled Amazing and Gorgeous out after Jessica felt situation. Them kids are not in school. Nope, nope, Anon. Them children are not in school. Nope. Right, Trish and Sophie. Those kids look exactly like Peach. They look exactly like Peach and their daddy. And their real daddy. Only choice, Phenomenal, Wonderful, and Gorgeous look like Wood to me. Wonderful don't even look like him. And who does Amazing look like? Somebody said Amazing don't look like nobody. Right, an incubator. Come on, y'all, let's all go to Disney. And they have to watch themselves at Disney, right? They at Disney watching themselves. They don't have nobody watching them when they go to Disney. Choice be running a mile ahead of the family. Phenomenon be walking off in one direction. Gorgeous and Amazing Life are trying to run and catch Choice. McKay got a camera in his hand trying to film everything. Peach got a camera in her hand trying to film everything. Wood is trying to push 2 strollers. Wood is trying to push 2 strollers by himself. Crazy. Oh, Wood pushes the buggy, and then you got Wonderful pushing the stroller. Weird. I question that too, Sophie. If McKay, Amazing, the twins, and Matt, I question it. I do. I really do question those. Those are the ones I have a question about. And let me tell you something about my theory. Whenever a woman says, especially when she says it repeatedly, all my children are my husband's children, all 9 of my children. Nobody asked you that. Nobody even questioned that. Did any of you think that all of those children were not Woods? Did any of you care? I didn't go to her page or when I first saw her and was like, oh, I wonder if all of those are Woods children. I never would have questioned it. You said you had been with him for 20 years, so I would have automatically assumed, right? You don't hear mom, what's her name? Melanie Renee. You don't hear her every other post. All my children are my husband's children. You don't hear her saying that. And nobody cared. Nobody asked. Who cared about that? But it's a cat in my backyard. I thought it was a dog. It's a huge cat. But when you keep saying thou does protest too much, you say it too much. So now it gets my wheel to turning. Psychologically, you are saying it over and over again because you want it to be true. And it is not true. It is not true. And you keep saying it over and over again. Like if I keep saying it, I can make it true. I can make it so, but it's not. Right. Please run up the likes all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop us. We all the way up. Right. Mhm. Right, content babies. When she can now they can't have any more children, or so she thinks. We don't know. Wood coulda got another woman pregnant right before he had it. I know somebody, they had a bunch of kids and they got with a woman, and she made them have a vasectomy because he kept getting other women cheating on her and getting other women pregnant, so she made him go get a vasectomy. Mhm. Mhm. Anybody wanna come up and join me, feel free to come up and join. I thought I had this pinned in the comments. Looks like I didn't. If any of you would like to come up, you do not have to show your face. You can keep your camera off. Wonderful looks like Peach Daddy. McIntyre, McKay, and the twins look like Peach. Gorgeous Wood twin choice look like Wood back in the day. Yep. Right, Anon. Listen, they could all be his children. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it's like who else would really like, want to dance that dance with her? Like, how many men are trying to really do that? Like, so, I mean, we got to think of it like that too. Like, you know, nobody else is trying to do that. So that's what made me feel like, okay, those twins are his because ain't nobody else trying to do that with her. Hey, Tammy. Oh, what's good? Thanks for tuning in. Did he go back for a follow-up with the doctor because they say it may take girl, doggone well he didn't go back for a follow-up. I don't believe he did. I don't think Wood actually got a VS. It was for content. She'll be pregnant soon if she's not pregnant now. I don't think she's pregnant now. The thing about it is her stomach is always like that. When Peach gets pregnant, her face gets pregnant too. Her nose is pregnant. That thyroid gets real big. If you notice that, when she's real huge, like her whole face, her lips, everything are pregnant as well with her. And that stomach gets real round and real big. She could be pregnant though, because every time I thought, to myself, no, she's not pregnant again. No, nah, she's not pregnant again. The fool was pregnant again. I'll be so delusional. I had a friend that my mom used to call it every time. She'd be like, girl, you pregnant, huh? And she'd be like, yes, ain't never even mentioned it to me. I'm around her, talking to her every day, and I didn't even know she was pregnant. My mom was like, you pregnant, huh? She'd be like, yeah. Because I'd be like, I know you ain't having another baby. Like people can't get pregnant. Like women can't get pregnant if they want to. Now Peach is saying she has mentioned before that Akasha touched her. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Sophie. No, or is it Sophie? Put a one in the chat for Sophie, two for Sophie. Listen, she has never, ever, ever said that. She actually said the opposite, that has never happened to her. She gonna call the new baby member. Kendo is a hoot and a holler. Listen, if you get Kendall on her tip, Kendall be real funny in the chat. It's America. It's America. Right. Listen, was she even home a good week? Like, that is crazy, Barbara. That is crazy. Why? Ugh. Like, ew. Like, after I had all my kids, I sat down somewhere. I didn't feel like doing all that. I didn't feel like even getting out of my bed. I wanted to convalesce and be motherly and bask in the glow of motherhood. Shoot, I just wanted to be with my babies and, groom my babies and take care of myself and heal because I have been through trauma giving birth to those big head Barbies. Let me turn this ice maker off. I am sick of it. Ugh. It's just making ice cube after ice cube. It's already filled up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You can't see. You can't see the camera is off, baby girl. You up? But it's on. Are you gonna go to the mall today? Okay. Oh, it's 9:39. What? It is 9:39. You do? Sorry, guys. I had to warm up some chai tea. I got back on that narcotic. Let me see. She is looking for sympathy and trying to ruin her family because they are coming back at her. Her mom's family won't respond, but her siblings are tired of her. Right. Right. She's run out of content ideals. She doesn't have any more content ideals. And these people are actually known. When Akasha got a look from JT, oh, that really pissed her off. Akasha is on Now That's TV. Akasha, and what her family is doing, they're not paying her any mind still. They said what they said. They said what they said, and they're promoting their businesses, honey. I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, she hasn't blocked me yet. She has not blocked me yet. And by her, I mean her sister, Shakara. She said she was going to block all the new followers because she knows that they're only following her for drama. That is true. That's the only reason why I followed her to see what her response would be to her sister. But I didn't have to follow her for that. I could have just went back to her page. For real, for real. Yeah. But and she won't even comb her hair while she's doing all this stuff. So it makes her look even more insane with those glasses on. Those glasses on her eyes look real beady. And she looks real evil, like real diabolical. For real, for real. And Mo Total Style, she's ran up like 20K in followers. She had like 127,000 followers on TikTok. Now she's at almost 150K. So you're only helping these people um, run up the followers. You're like Mo Total Styles. If I go to her page is Mo Total Style Studio on TikTok. Um, Let me put that in the chat in case you guys want to be nosy. Mo, um, where's the underscore button? Mo Total Styles Studio. Did I put that right? Okay, yeah. That's Brittany Monique's TikTok page. If you guys want to go over there and check that out. And forget it. Forget it. I don't gatekeep over here. You guys can go check out if you don't know. I think this is Shakara. This is her page on Instagram. BEL 1A 2 Juicy. Don't go over there following her. She says she's gonna block you if you do. So don't go follow her. But that's Shakara's page, and she posted some things this morning. I'm talking about her hairstyle, those two pom-poms she got, she thinks that make her look childish and appealing to her. Tammy, oh, stop it. Catch that tea. Catch that tea. Ooh, Tammy, ooh. You drank your narcotic for today. You got your coffee. Who blocked you? Peach? Yeah, narcotic. That caffeine be like narcotic. I'm back on it. Y'all been, it looks like I thought I gained 10 pounds, but as of today, I gained like 6 pounds back. I feel like such a heifer. I feel like such a heifer. It is a lazy day. These barbs are going to start waking up soon and they're going to start looking at me like, are you going to take us somewhere today? And I got to take them somewhere today. I got to go anyway. I got to take them somewhere today. Hopefully, hopefully they won't do me too bad. And then I also got to hook up with my sister. She's bringing bundles down. So I got to go buy some bundles. I'm going to finally take the braids out. I'm going to take them out for a while, probably for the rest of the year, maybe. I don't know. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the braids out for like 2 months. So enough is enough already. She blocked you on TikTok too. I'm next. I'm next. Listen, I've been kicked out of better places than her TikTok. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. The way she talks about people those kids are going to do. Ooh, Keela Will, what's good? Yes, they are. They are going to, ooh, baby. Baby, when gorgeous get older, and this is what's really gonna hurt her. This is what's really going to hurt her. I don't wish this on them babies, and I'm not manifesting this, but this is how life works. Whatever you put out is going to boomerang and come back to you. The same way she got on social media and blames her mother and blames her grandmother and, oh, this happened to you. The same way she exposes her family for hiding secrets and for alleged SAs, that's going to come back to bite her. That's going to come back to bite her. I would be careful with that if I was her. Real talk. Because that kind of stuff you do not want to put out in the atmosphere. You're actually putting that on your kids. You know what I mean? You're actually inviting that into your life. That's why I said I don't really want to play her videos today because I don't need that kind of spirit in my YouTube. I don't want to put that on you guys today. We're already talking about it. That's enough, but I don't want to hear her voice today. I just really don't want to hear her voice. I don't want to hear her allegations. If these people did that stuff to you, if your brother did that to you, go get help. Go get help. Go talk about it on somebody's couch. And you're not saying it to heal yourself. You're not revealing these things because you want to shed light on who you are and why you do the things that you do. You're weaponizing it and you're using it to attack and to sling mud. Right, all those kids growing up at the same time, and she's not watching them. She's not watching them, and it makes you question, why do you even have cameras in those kids' rooms? Why do you have cameras in the room? Why do you have cameras in the room? What are you trying to watch? I usually don't respond to her shenanigans, but yesterday I sat on her post. You're so miserable, and I might be so many people were saying that. Somebody asked, this is what, and that's what I want to know. Somebody said, I want to see everybody in that house is my chart. Show that or shut up. Yeah, like, when's the last time you and those kids had physicals? When's the last time those twins have been to the doctor? Show that, Peach. When's the last time you have had a checkup? A full checkup, Peach. Hmm. Hmm. She don't want the help. She don't want the money. She don't want anything but revenge. I believe now this I do believe. Whether they meant to do it, whether they did it intentionally, they effed Peach up. Whether she was just emotional, and they said she was always bitter. Akasha says she always felt less than everybody else. She always was insecure. So, like I said, whether they did it intentionally or not, they made her feel less than. And she thought that her sisters were better than her. They had the money, they had the looks, they had the bodies, they had the boyfriends. And we know that they had money because Peach said one of them was robbed of money and one of them gave 60K to a baby daddy. So they had money. And she said they were uh she said they were fraud girls and they got felonies. They had, did fair time. I don't know. This is what Peach alleges. If it's not true, Peach said it, not me. I don't know what y'all was up to. And get it. Get money. What you say, huh? Get money. What you say, huh? Get money. That's not how I get my money, but get it how you live. So we know they was getting to that bag. Okay, they were getting to the bag. It looks like they are still getting to the bag. Hmm. And Akasha said she was miserable. And Shakara said Peach was always miserable. And she said if she got all that money, why don't she look better? Why doesn't she? Why don't she go fix herself up? Like, you got all that money and you don't have anything to do. You're a stay-at-home mom. You don't have friends. The least you can do is go spend some of that time, some of that money, and go get your hair did, go get your nails done. Let that be a day. Let that be a day of content. You and Gorgeous, mommy daughter day, down to the barbershop, down to the nail shop, down to the mall. Go get you guys some matching outfits. Go get you some matching J's. Go get you some matching jewelry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you and Gorgeous getting matching plates of lobster noodles at the yard house, stuff in your face. Like, why would you teach her that? You know how you hated being called fat. Why would you be trying to fatten up Gorgeous? Why are you trying to make her fat? Like, you got her with like 10 plates in front of her. Wings, lobster, garlic noodles, and all kinds of foolishness. I believe that Wood was talking to the sister Peach wanted him and got pregnant by him. You know what? I wouldn't put it past her. If he wasn't talking to her, he liked her. He was all in the sister's face. He was all up in that sister's face because Akasha said it. Peach was like, I didn't know him then. They knew him before me. Okay. Well, now you know. When you did know, when they did tell you, what you do? Did you change your mind? No, you continued to talk to him. I believe she was a problem child. Her mother actually said she was a good kid until She met Wood. When she met Wood, there was no telling her nothing. And she said they were already doing what grown-ups do when she was 16. I don't know if you know, but you know, when these girls start getting with these guys and they start getting their noses open, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell a young girl nothing when she thinks she knows it all and she's doing stuff that grown-ups do with a boy. Honey, she don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And till this day, she will come out guns blazing if you come for Wood. That's what you don't want to do. You can come for those children, but you better not come for Wood. How many people have come on here and spoken about how her kids have nappy heads? Akasha told her to go comb her nappy-headed ass daughter's hair. She had no smoke for that. But when she said something, but when Mo said something about Wood, time for some action. It was time to party. Soon as they said something about Wood, you can you can talk about anybody. You can talk about her. You can talk about them kids. You can make fun of those children. People were making fun of those twins. Remember when she posted that picture of the baby crying and the whole internet, that baby went viral. Peach didn't say anything. But you don't talk about Wood. I don't believe Tracy at all. Kids don't just all at once start being bad. Bad. Y'all think about it. Cheddar man. Um, yes, they do. Yes, they do. I'm a mother of 5. I'm also a former probation officer. Yes, they do. I have lots of experience with teens. You can have a teen or a child who is doing fine, or so you think, right? Because you never know what kids. That's the thing about kids. You have to talk to them a lot, and you have to make sure that you have a heavy influence over your children, because if not, if you don't put it into them, somebody else will. So here you are thinking, "Oh, my kid is fine," but they can be susceptible to influence from other kids. And then when you usually see that manifest is in the teen years. You would usually, like, your kids may do well in elementary school, and parents, help me out in the chat. Let me know. Usually your kids will do well in elementary school or they'll be okay. But then once they start hitting middle school, you start seeing them getting into more trouble if they are problematic. And certainly in high school with girls, they may be perfect angels. Like, you will never suspect that they will ever, 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 ever go against your word. Let them meet a boy. Let them meet a boy. Let them get with a boy. And it's the wrong boy. That's why, like I said, you got to have a heavy influence on your kids. If you do not have an influence on them, if they do not hear your voice, they are going to make choices opposite of what you taught them or what you have shown them. I see it happen all the time. Preachers' kids, like, look, I'm in law enforcement. So you know my kids rebelled against me. They rebelled, honey. Thank God for Jesus. I'm not talking about what I think, I'm talking about what I know. Okay. Let some boy, little weird boy get in their head. They act like they don't have a mom. They're not listening to you. Hey, Sonia, thanks for tuning in. How are you today? Her oldest son just went back to school last year. She had him at home babysitting. No, she did not. She don't want him to attend school because she don't want him to be influenced by anybody else. She just wants him to think her weird ways are cool. Why? Because he stuck around because Wood stuck around. Maybe because Wood was elusive to her. You know, according to a Tampanite who was in my chat a few weeks ago, Peach was actually Wood's side chick. She wasn't his girlfriend. She was a side chick. He was with the second baby mama. Mhm. She was a problem child because Peach even said that her mother had to move her in a room by herself and her sister and brother had to share a room. Mm. Maybe Tracy was delusional. You know, Tracy is still delusional because we know that because she still looks at Peach as her child that she needs to protect. No matter what Peach says, no matter what Peach does, that's still my child. That's still my child. And y'all want me to come on here and talk about my child? I'm not about to do that right there. I'm not about to do that right there. I'm not going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with Peach. That's still my child. So we know she's delusional when it comes to Peach, and she blames Wood for everything. The whole internet blames Wood for everything, but Peach is the one that's running that household. Peach was live with the kids jumping in the background, and one kid asked what is gay. Like they don't know. They know they heard gay before. They know they heard it before. She got her mama's shape. That same shape, Keela will. That same shape, big belly, skinny legs. She's shaped just like her mama. I believe she's broke too, Stacy. That 10K she pulled out, all for optics. That's part of her shenanigans. And as soon as a peach patch sees a few $100 bills, you know, they don't see that kind of money unless it's tax time. So when they see a stack of $100 bills, their eyes get big. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's making that money. She's going to get to that bag. And y'all so stupid. Y'all helping her get to that bag. It's her page. She can say whatever she wants. They mess with her first. She could defend herself. She don't have to keep that a secret. They can't tell her who to be mad at. Oh, teach me how to make that money. I'm taking your class too. They all are taking her class, but let her put a class up for sale. She can't sell 10 classes. It's not tax time for one. It's not tax time for one. Vakita. Right, got a stripper pole in her room with all those boys and gorgeous. Why in the hell? I got 5 daughters over here. What the hell I would look like? First of all, I can't get on the stripper pole, but what would I look like getting on the stripper pole? You think it's fake money, Vakita? No, we actually saw her go, but it could, you know what? It could have been an old video that she intermingled in there. It could be an old video that she put in there. You know, Peach has all the tricks of the trade. Mm-hmm. Because that didn't look like 10 racks to me in her hand. That did not look like 10 racks. Right. Tracy upholds Peach in her mess. That's why Peach does half of what she does. Um, even if I didn't want to come on social media and expose my child, I would. I would expose her. By now, when she started calling me all those names, when she started exposing me, I would have exposed her. I would have gave her a cease and desist, a real one, a real cease and desist. It wouldn't have been something I wrote down on a piece of paper. I can't stand the way she is talking now ever since the Felt incident. Her talking slow and long is so weird to me. That's another, I told y'all, there's some more girls in that house. That's one of her other personalities, allegedly. Allegedly. It's a few real 100s, but the rest was prop money to get people right. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. Look at me. You can do this too. But if you're not willing to get on, one thing about Peach, she's a kamikaze. She's a rogue. She's a renegade. If you're not willing to come on social media and pop your chi-chi out for the world to see, if you're not willing to come on social media and dog walk your mammy, if you're not willing to come onto social media with your hair sticking up all over your head, with crackers still in your eyes, walking around without your teeth brushed, if you're not willing to come on social media and go no holds barred, then you don't need to take Peach's class, because that's what she's going to tell you to do. Remember, her mom says she knows something that'll shut the whole internet down if she tells it. Not only that, Barbara. Hey, Barbara, this is Shirley. Not only that, but Wood's first baby mama said she wants to know the secret. She said, let me go back to my screenshot so I can tell you exactly verbatim what she said. And they're all scared of her. They are all scared of her, because after she said that, after that first baby mama said that, she went back into hiding. Like, we have your back. If any of you are listening, we have your back. We will never stop her if you guys keep being afraid. Why are you guys so scared of Peach? Why? Did you guys go over to Bella's page? Looks just like gorgeous for the world. For the world. Okay. She said, hello, I'm here, the first baby mama. That's what you hate, honey. I don't even speak of you, boo. So why you even posting my daughter, honey? Y'all don't do for her or her baby, honey. My daughter doing her thing. She married in her own place, paid that child support, because when I come to Tampa, it's over for y'all. Then she also said she was 12, had her child at 13, but Wood is a year older. But it's a funny story. She trying her best to find out the secret. What secret? What's the secret? What's the secret? So the baby mama says she has a secret too. She knows a secret about the baby daddy. Baby daddy, aka Wood. She thinks she got all the trick. Hey, Gerald. She thinks she got all the tricks of the trade. Okay, Miss PM, keep thinking that you don't know a man named Jesus. That's absolutely, absolutely. He's being patient with her. He is being patient with her, honey. And people don't need to delude themselves into thinking that God's patience is an indicator that they will not meet their reckoning one day. They will. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. And another thing, you don't want him to take his hands off of you, because God chastises who he loves. And if he takes his hands off of you, that means he's allowing you to be reprobate. He's allowing you to become reprobate. And once he takes his hands off of you, there's no salvation for you. People don't realize that either. Oh, why is this person allowed to do this and allowed to do that? Because God has taken his hands off of you. He's not chastising you. He's allowing you to go rogue. He allows us to have free will. And I always pray to God, don't never take your hands off of me. I don't care what I got to be punished with. Don't let me be out here becoming a reprobate. That is what you do not want to be, is a reprobate. That means you are being condemned to hell. Right, Barbara. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. It's getting and getting and getting kind of hectic. Getting and getting and getting kind of heavy. We're getting there. The more she exposes, the more it's like a bubble, right? And the more she exposes, the more she is getting closer to somebody just telling it all. But she thinks that she has something over their head. Like, why would this? She said, well, the baby mama's in another state. She can't be a threat to me. I don't think that baby mama cares about being a threat to you, but you have 9 children by wood, according to you. All 9 of my children belong to him. But guess what? All of his children don't belong to you. And you hate that. You hate that he has 2 baby mamas before you. You hate that you cannot say, we have 9 children together. You hate that. Right, Sheila. He corrects the ones he loves. Absolutely. He loves us all. But if we get too out of hand, he'll just say, okay, have at it. Money would stop coming, they believe. They don't want to be exposed. Take Wood to court. He out making babies, file the paperwork. Babies. Uh, like I said, she said she tried to settle with them for 10K. Now they have to wait for 10 years. That's why they can't travel, because he owes child support. Well, why didn't you just give her the 10K? Why wouldn't they take the 10K? If all he owes is $7,000, why wouldn't she just take that lump sum of 10K? That doesn't sound kosher. They probably said, hell no, let them keep paying it. They don't want to settle, but it doesn't matter if they wanted to settle or not. If he had 10K, all he had to do is go down to the child support office and pay it. They wouldn't tell him no. So that's a lie. She didn't offer them 10K. She did not offer anybody $10,000, because if she had 10,000 and all he owed is and according to her, $7,100, they could have went to child support and paid the whole 10,000, the whole 7,100. If that's the case, that's a lie. He owe over 40K. Is that how much he owes? I believe it. I believe it. He don't owe just no 7,000. If he owed only 7, he probably owes 7,000 in just arrears. And the interest goes up on that. The interest is continuing to go up. So who would say, okay, all you owe me is 7,100, but I'll take 10. I'm not going to take 10K. Who would say no to $10,000? Who would say no to a $7,100 lump sum? Why would they want to not get their money? That doesn't make sense. You never offered that. You're lying. And it doesn't matter if you offered it to them and they denied it or not. Go to child support and give them the 10K that you have, or give them the 7,100K that he owes. Child support is going to take it, because their only job is to collect the money owed. They don't care how they get it. But guys, it has been real. We're now coming to the end of our live. I hope you guys all enjoyed this live this morning. Thank you guys. 127 of you hit the like button. You guys are so dope for that. Really, really, really dope. No, they don't have it. They're lying. She's lying. They don't have that money. They don't have that kind of money. Hey, good morning, baby. You want to go to the mall with us today? No? We're going later. Not right now. You can make up your mind later on if you want to go. Right. If they had the money, they would have paid it off. They would be traveling. But that's not why they don't travel. Wood has a suspended license, and he has all those DUI cases. He probably can't even get cleared to get a visa to travel outside of the country. He can barely get in a car and ride next to her. That's why they don't go to the amusement parks anymore, because he can't drive. Catch that. But I'm going to go make me some breakfast or something. And I want you all to have a very, very, very blessed day um, and a great Saturday, great weekend. Talk to you guys later.